Hello guys.
Hey guys.
Welcome back to our channel. It's Hannah.
It's Regal. How you guys doing?
It has been a long time since we have done a long video on here.
Yes.
And we apologize, but we have recently had a very big life change. We had our son Jace.
Yes.
August 8th. And so I think I did this Q&A back in like early September.
It was a while ago.
And it's November now. Oh no, it's December now. So,
but
sorry.
we wanted to get to those questions that you guys had submitted. There was
like
a
5.
yes, before he's 5 years old. We got some time today to do this.
Grandma
and
is babysitting.
Grandma is babysitting.
Grandma,
Thank
shout
you.
out to you.
Shout out, Grandma.
It's just when we lay him down, it's just always kind of a guessing game of when is he going to wake up. And
Yes.
usually when we're doing things is when he likes to wake up right away. It just kind of works out like that naturally. Yeah. We did a whole birth vlog and video, and then we did one that talks about his name, which also kind of includes that. So if you want to just kind of like see what happened there, you can go back and watch those videos.
We'll put a link. Click that if you haven't seen it. And
you can watch those videos if you just want more in depth. We'll touch a little bit on the birth briefly, but we'll talk more about postpartum, being new parents, and just kind of how that's been. Before we begin,
make sure that you
like and subscribe and turn on the notifications.
Hit that button.
Yes, so that you know when we post next.
Right before we begin, too, thank you guys. We have hit a million subscribers. Thank you guys so much for all the love, support, and just liking our stuff and allowing us to be able to do this.
Really
we appreciate you guys so much.
Yeah.
So first question, anything you weren't prepared for? Absolutely. Everything that we planned for
the birthing experience
and did not want to happen.
And postpartum kind of happened. Things are better now, and that's just why we also feel okay to like make a video, because we're gonna fill you in a little bit throughout this video, but we have had a crazy last 4 months. It's been a roller coaster, starting from like just shortly before the birth, when I found out I had to be induced at 37 weeks, up until my 35-week appointment. We thought everything was normal, that he was healthy, and he was healthy. He was just small, and we kind of could see that, but I was a really small baby, and he wasn't super huge, so I just figured he'd be small. Then we found out he had the intrauterine growth restriction. They didn't know what was causing it.
So as far as, is there anything we weren't prepared for? There was a lot of things. I wasn't necessarily prepared for her to have emergency C-section. That was very scary for me. Also, scary for everyone, including her.
I was 10 centimeters dilated, and I was about to start pushing. The nurse kept moving me around a little bit, and they kept checking on me. So they were trying to keep his heart up. The doctor came into the room because he wasn't in there. He stood there, looked at the monitor, and he was like, emergency C-section. Literally, so many people ran into the room.
It was like
and they just took me. At my 6-week appointment, I asked him, because I had an epidural, and I was also put under anesthesia, and I just was a little confused, because I know you can get a C-section with an epidural. So I asked him, I was like, why did I get anesthesia when I had an epidural? He's been an OB, I think, for a pretty long time. And he was like, I typically don't get nervous, but in your case, it wasn't just emergency C-section. He said it was life or death for Jace, which was really scary because his heart rate, I forgot what he said it was. I think he said it was like 80 for 5 minutes or something like that. It wasn't doing good. His heart rate just wasn't going up.
Really were relying on God, and thank God that our son is safe and Hannah is safe.
Second question. How has the birth of your child / becoming a parent affected the relationship between the two of you?
I think our time management has begun to interweave much more than it used to.
Yeah.
We have to very correlate, obviously, with the child.
The communication has definitely... At first, I would say we were pretty stressed because we were tired because we had a new baby, and Jace was really small when he was born, so he was on a very strict feeding schedule so we could get his weight up. So we both weren't really sleeping because I was recovering from a C-section, so he was taking care of both of us. I was doing as much as I could, but I just had a major abdominal surgery, so I needed to rest. So he was an angel and took a lot of the middle of the night
So
shifts.
shout out to all the birthing parents, but C-section women.
I know some people are like, oh, it's the easy way. It is not the easy way. I will say, for me, a lot of people have pain in the C-section, and for me, it wasn't necessarily pain. It just felt really sore. I got so sick after my C-section for like 1 to 2 weeks. I was puking, which does not feel good on an incision site in the abdomen. That was terrible, and I was just nauseous. I couldn't barely eat anything. Plus, we had a new baby. Communication has definitely increased. I think increased, and I would say improved,
I would say, and
some days
have gotten a lot more stressed out together.
Yeah,
you grow through that, but
you grow through it, but it is caused also arguments. We were both at the beginning so exhausted and tired and just, not thinking clearly half the time, and so we were irritated with each other, sometimes. Not all the time.
No, there's a lot of moments of joy.
I just felt like maybe our patience was thinner for a while there because
there's a lot going on.
There's just so much going on. I think it has brought us closer in a lot of ways too, because just seeing him be a dad, it's just made me have a whole new level of love for him too, just seeing him with our son and just interacting with him and the love he has for him. So in ways, yes, it has caused more stress and can have more thinner patience, but also it has just, I think, really increased the love we've had for each other too, just entering this new season. So third question, how many kids would you like to have? So initially we said 4.
Yeah, that's what we've talked about.
And
I think I'm still fine with that,
I think I would still like 4 too. We'll just take one at a time.
We'll see. I think that's
Every
what we're believing for.
Yeah, so. I would love to have 4. I think it'd be fun to have 4 kids. Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Question number 4. Can you sleep well, or is he crying a lot at night? So initially, no, we were not sleeping well. He woke up a lot. Sometimes he was waking up so many times in the night. We were getting an hour stretch sometimes at most throughout the night.
Early on, we got into arguments about 2.5 hours of sleep. Yeah, well, I let you take a 30-minute nap. It's
or you slept for an hour and 10 minutes. Well, I slept for an hour and 3 minutes.
We're arguing about the 15-minute segments.
It was kind of funny looking back now.
But he's been sleeping through the night now.
Which I don't even know. It just kind of started happening. We didn't sleep train him or anything. It
little after the 3-month mark.
After the 3-month mark, it's just all of a sudden one day we just woke up and we're looked over, we're is he okay? Because he didn't. It was a 6-hour stretch or something. He slept, and I got scared at first because I didn't
heavens opened up.
Yeah, and we're just did he just sleep? And he woke up and he was happy. And
we're I was what does this feel like?
I know, we're 6 hours of sleep in a row. Oh my gosh. So the first night was kind of scary because we were so used to waking up every 2-3 hours, and then it just, I don't know what happened. He just started sleeping, which I know can change at any point, too. Babies go through many different stages.
But we're enjoying it now.
But God is giving us a little piece of rest right now because post-birth, there was a lot that happened, and we were exhausted. To answer your question, initially we were not sleeping, now we are. Last night he slept 10 hours last night, I think, which is crazy. And he's gaining weight, still great for anyone concerned. He's on schedule, he's healthy. Question number 5, how's recovery from a C-section? So I know we kind of talked
about... Here, I got this one.
Justin will fill you in on how his recovery is.
Yes.
No, honestly, he's had a recovery too from just taking care of me.
Well, whatever.
So...
She's been a trooper. It was not easy.
I wasn't in a ton of pain, just really sore, but then unfortunately I got really sick. I think it's because I had anesthesia, epidural, they gave me an antibiotic. There was just, my body's super sensitive to things in general, even when I get anxious, my response is to puke. So it's not super uncommon for me to have kind of stomach stuff, nausea, but it was for 2 weeks. I was having a hard time eating, drinking, which is hard when I'm trying to give him my milk. I just was able to start recently working out again because unfortunately back up a little bit. So that first 2 weeks was really hard. Things started to level out. Things were okay for a little bit, but then I got a kidney stone, which honestly, I will say that pain was worse than contractions.
Yeah, she was at a 10 out of 10 for pain. It felt worse than
labor. And I know I had an epidural later on. Yeah, it was crazy. I had an epidural, but I still did experience contractions for a couple hours, so I know what it feels like. And I will say the kidney stone felt worse than that. It was terrible.
Yes.
I literally.
I mean, based on the screams, I definitely knew.
I kind of.
She was not screaming like that during labor.
Yeah, when I had that pain, I had a feeling it was a kidney stone because it was right in that area, and it was only on my left side of my back, and I was like, I think I might have a kidney stone, and so it was terrible. And I think the reason why I felt worse in labor is because with contractions, some of my contractions I didn't have a really big break. They kind of rolled into each other a little bit. But this was just constant steady pain for probably an hour and a half until we got to the emergency room. It literally just was like 0 to 100 within like a second. Like all of a sudden it was just unbearable. And then I started puking. Like I said, one of my natural responses to anything is just puking, I guess.
Yeah.
So that kind of wasn't fun with the recovery. And then I got mastitis twice. So things kind of got delayed in my recovery because I wanted to initially, when I was cleared to start exercising, I wanted to do that so that I could get stronger in my abdomen and stuff, but unfortunately I had a bad chain of events happen where I kept getting sick, and on top of all that too, we had this weird thing where we had like low body temperatures for a little bit, and like I just had like weird just not feeling good. So finally I'm feeling better and healthy and working out again. It's been a long road.
Been a journey.
It's been a journey.
And it wasn't the quickest recovery, and there was some hiccups, but she is recovering well.
Yes, I'm recovering well. And so to wrap it up, the actual recovery from the C-section is going great. I've just had some unfortunate other health issues that have happened. Okay.
But she looks great.
Thank you. But I do want to get healthier again. I'm starting to eat better again and exercise, so hoping to get, to my goal of where I want to be. So next question, does our baby have red hair? It doesn't look like he's gonna have red hair like me.
Yeah, he looks like he has like strawberry blonde hair sometimes.
It's hard to tell, but it definitely, because when I was a baby, my hair was red and his hair is not red.
Yeah.
But everyone thinks that he has red hair. He does not. He has a red beard.
I don't.
But if you look at his hair, it's dirty blonde, light brownish color, and he was blonde.
My beard does have some.
His beard does have some red accents, so everyone always thinks he has red hair. That's like, oh, the redhead family. It's like, oh, he doesn't have red hair though.
Yeah.
So, Jace looks like he's probably might either have a strawberry blonde, but he also had kind of strawberry when he was a baby.
That's what my mom says, and then turned like platinum blonde.
So I think he'll probably either be like strawberry blonde or blonde, but I don't think he's gonna have red hair.
So that's our guess.
Next question, how many days were we in the hospital for? We were in it for 5 days, but we came in the night on the 7th, and then we left like the middle of the 11th, so 5 days technically.
I saw a funny meme somebody sent me. It was like the worst thing about labor, and it showed the chair in the
that the men have to sleep in, or whoever's there with the supportive person in labor.
It's the chair that it's true. It's just like a very uncomfortable recliner.
Next question. Have you been happy all the time since having a baby? No. And I think that's to be expected. Postpartum, being new parents, there's a lot of ups and downs. There's been the highest of highs, having a new baby and it being so magical and just in love with this little human. Then there's been some really low lows where we're mad at each other and tired, and it's hard, but it's also beautiful, and
it is.
I'm so happy that we're in this season of life. But we're not happy all the time. There's lots of ups and downs for sure. But
it's a beautiful season.
It's such a beautiful season.
It'll come and go, and we know we're just trying to enjoy
each day,
each moment.
So the last question is, people want to know if my husband's been supportive. And yes, he has been the most supportive and best partner I could ever ask for. He's an amazing dad. He just has really stepped up. Basically, anytime Jace is awake at night, and he's up with me, and sometimes lets me sleep instead of me having to get up. So he's been amazing, and he's such a great dad. And I love you so much.
I love you too.
That's all the time we have today, so make sure to like and subscribe and turn notifications if you haven't. Thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you again so much for 1 million. So exciting.
We're so excited.
And we're excited to make more content for you guys. Hopefully we can start making more long videos soon. Have a great day, guys.
Thanks you guys. Watching. God bless.
Bye.
Bye.